the hell are Leroy and Quackers?
Registration and insurance. Exact. 443. Room 443. Registration and insurance. 443.
'83? Number 83? Let's go, Lamb Chop. You're not getting any younger.
I think this is the first time you've made it a priority to see me, and I appreciate that. Thank you, Glenn.
Truth is, you look sort of blue sitting out there all alone in that stew of humanity. Made my heart squeeze.
Your heart?
I like poking you in the nose and watching you bristle, but after all you've been through, it don't feel right. The thrill is gone.
It's been unpredictable.
How are the mighty fallen in the midst of battle? I knew you would show up sooner or later, hat in hand, begging for help from old Jellybean. What do you need?
$1 million.
Whoa! Are you dicking with me? I'm a government employee. I make 44 grand a year.
Of which you don't spend a cent. You live with your mother, and I'm confident you've amassed quite a nice nest egg from all your various extracurricular activities.
Go ahead, kiss the ring, sport. I'm gonna need to hear the details.
I need $1 million cash. Not to keep, to borrow. For 2 days. Glenn, please. This is important.
Hey! Who loves you, baby?
You busted me out to help you strategize, and I'm telling you, we need a covert landing strip where these boys can belly down a Gulf Stream, and that means a minimum of 500 meters of well-camouflaged pavement that ain't monitored by radar or FAA.
He doesn't have the capital for a covert runway.
Was I talking to you, Gumdrop?
Smokey, please.
Raymond, you're broke. Now, I can promise you that this moron will run his mouth with harebrained ideas as long as there's air in the room. But none of those ideas are gonna float if you can't pay for them. And as your financial planner, I have a fiduciary obligation to point out that...
So the racketeer who cut a deal with the feds for embezzling has a fiduciary obligation?
Why don't you button your lip and figure out where to park the plane?
Oh, I got a place.
Is that fact? Where?
Why don't you bend over and I'll show you.
Hey. Listen, you two need to find a covert runway. I don't care if you have to build it yourself. Just find it and try not to kill each other in the process. Tom, right on cue.
Liz said you wanted to see me.
Yes, about a certain business venture I'm pursuing. I think you'd fit right in.
Raymond Weddington. They said that you were out of the game, taken down by an old lady, no less.
Yes, and to think I've always had such good fortune with older women.
Who's the boy?
Levi Edwards, my munitions man. He'll be inspecting the merchandise.
Why should I make a deal with you? Until today, you dismissed me as a thick-necked sea lion.
I believe I said walrus. I don't remember. I was drunk at the time.
We're here for some guns. 50 caliber G3s as discussed.
You brought money as discussed?
The money won't be a problem.
Money is always a problem. I heard maybe your biggest problem.
Adika, I didn't come here to waste my time or watch you eat. You've been trying to get me to kiss you into the business for years. I'm here at your table to do just that. So put down the fork.
Where's the money?
I said it won't be a problem.
This doesn't feel right. You don't feel right.
On the contrary, I've never felt better. Now put away the gun before you do something you'll regret.
This feels like a setup, no?
Okay, I'm here. I know I'm late. Traffic was a bitch. Easy. I'm ticklish.
Who the hell is this?
Gaynor Collins, TG&L Lending. I'm the money man, the one who makes the magic happen. Ugh, what are you eating? Smells like duck.
A million reasons for you to have faith in my financial fortitude. We'll need the merchandise delivered by the end of day.
Needy money. I will make some calls.
Forgive the overt mistrust, but I'm not going to hand you a penny until Mr. Edwards has had a chance to inspect the shipment.
No deal, then. I need collateral.
Then take Edwards. If there's a bump in the road, do with them as you wish. Now get your merchandise in order. I'll call you with a rendezvous site shortly.
We can make this work.
I'll take your word for it.
Taken.
Really?
Yes, I'm on my way. 45 minutes tops.
Smokey Buhati's plane is supposed to land here in 4 hours. If I were throwing a picnic, it'd be lovely, but there are trees.
The runway will be ready.
Tell that wizard the McClintock boys are here. Where the hell is he? We need the shovels and chainsaws.
Shovels and chainsaws.
Tell her to button her lip. I got shovels and chainsaws.
Smokey, if this doesn't work,
Mr. Reddington, I need you to trust me on this. We are going to belly that gunrunner's plane in that field, so help me God. I just need 45 minutes to get Leroy and Quackers there. We'll jive then, my friend.
who the hell are Leroy and Quackers?
Let's get that last maple to the south pole. That oak, too.
Mikey and John, run a string line and roll me some threshold markings.
Umberto, check our compaction in the touchdown zone. Chip chop, folks.
Showtime in 20.
Got it, sir. Come
My land. They don't make men like that anymore, do they?
Thanks the Lord.
Smokey, you were born a century too late. You're a miracle worker. Hetty, I can't thank you enough for keeping us on budget.
Oh, you had no budget?
Well, there you are. This ought to be interesting. Adika, how was your flight in?
Bumpy as hell. Are you trying to kill us all?
Well, I picked the site for its magnificent views. Levi, you look well.
Any chance we could untie me?
Adika, I appreciate the good faith. And if your merchandise is as good as I hear, there's no end to what you and I can.
What is it?
You hear that? There it is again.
I don't hear anything.
A piping plover. Their breeding grounds are along coastal beaches and alkali marshes. So to hear that bell-like call from a shorebird this far inland, my gosh, poor little fella must be lost.
You want to talk birds or guns?
Impressive.
Not if you're a lonely little plover.
The other 5 crates are in the jet. 50 caliber and 3 Gs as discussed.
Dembe, if you could please grab Mr. Buhati's payment. Levi, you look fit. You can help me load the merchandise. Adika, what the hell have you done?
Everybody on the ground.
Nice work, Chief. You know, I told Liz that I didn't want to do this, that I wanted no part of it, but she insisted that we work things out.
Women.
And now we're going to prison. I am going away to prison because of you. And the only saving grace is that you will be even further away, buried in the hold of a ship somewhere in the Indian Ocean, and Liz will finally be rid of you.
And here I was thinking she had finally made peace with me.
She had, because she's kind and decent, and she sees the best in people, even when she's being lied to.
You're certainly living proof of that.
I'm an open book compared to you. I know you swear you never lie to her, but I know better.
Do you now?
Yeah, I do.
if you're gonna leave me locked up with someone, perhaps it could be a redhead with a nice smile and a friendly demeanor.
Who the hell's this guy?
Sorry it took so long. Once I knew Umberto had your African friend and his chums in Transpo, I stopped for some Bengay ointment. Think I overdid it with my bag.
I use Epsom salt baths.
These guys work for you? I thought I was going to jail, that I was never going to see my family again. You're telling me this whole thing was about getting some guns?
Not just guns. A man needs to travel, and when traveling, I like to stretch out a little.
That Buhari thug could have killed me if this had gone wrong.
Tom, if I wanted to get rid of you, I'd put the bullet in your head myself. However, you are important to Elizabeth, so like it or not, you're important to me. There's a piping plover out here somewhere. Have either of you heard it?
She's a nice plane, Raymond.
No fuel and no pilot, but a plane of our own.
I like it out here. It's peaceful.
I'm telling you, the mosquitoes out here are the size of birds. Yeah.
Glenn, you came for your money, which has been returned in full. And while I'm deeply grateful for what you've done, you're perfectly welcome to go.
Nah, I know what it's like to feel alone, partner. Denby? Want another dog?
No, thank you.
Well, I don't mind if I do. Excuse me. That's right. Mosquitoes or not, I'm afraid we'll be sleeping with the door to the jet open tonight, boys.
All this talk will make you fall. So I'll close my eyes, look behind, moving on, moving on. So I'll close